All right,
beforehand.
give me 1
Hey,
minute.
Chris, a penny for your thoughts.
Give me 1 minute so I can sync up audio real quick. I'm gonna record
Okay.
this last little bit in Audacity
Okay.
just to save myself some effort. But all right.
All right, penny for your thoughts. Perhaps
So,
a nickel.
I-
How much are we getting paid?
So you know, how about you guys explain to me just what you did here, and then then I will
okay.
comment.
Okay, should I explain? Should I explain our ranking? Okay, so naturally you have the Tingyun.
Okay.
Naturally.
Yes.
Naturally. And then marriage. Feel like that's self-explanatory.
Okay.
And so after this, it kind of took on a theme of Tinder for some reason.
Oh, don't worry, I could tell.
So like a few dates is like you like them, and like you like them more than average, but they're not marriage material. Swipe right is you like them, you know. Swipe left is like you have like some opinions, but it's just like kind of neutral. Like if you were to swipe left on a person, like yeah, you could be a cool person, but like I don't want to date you. There's swipe left with ignoring, where it's like you swipe left with intention. They exist is just they exist. It's pretty neutral. And then I feel like blocked is pretty self-explanatory.
We also did try and order the tiers
Okay.
Yes.
in them.
So,
Yes. Did I do our explanation justice?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
Okay. So I do have many thoughts. The first thought, namely and most importantly, when I asked you guys to make a list about my favorite characters, I didn't expect it to be a date. I didn't expect it to go down the Tinder route, actually.
I don't think we did either.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Didn't
surprised. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that, because I'm like...
Well, it's just,
favorite
like,
and
naturally,
the dating
it-
ones are different, actually.
Well, yes, but it just started with Tingyun and marriage, and then it kind of just went downhill from there. Like those were the first two that we started with, and then because those kind of set the tone.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, because it's like... So, I'm gonna get this specific one out of the way real quick.
Okay.
Like, I have not remade my list in a very long time, but I can tell you with 100% certainty, in my top 10 favorite characters, Don Hung is 100% in there!
Okay, see, we couldn't, like, I think it's because for that one specifically, we all have such a strong personal bias for Don Hung, and so we were trying so hard to, like, cancel that out that I think that clouded our judgment a little bit.
I think the real
Every
problem...
time we picked up a
overcompensated.
character, we're like,
I think the real problem here is the fact that I don't want to fuck him, so y'all didn't know what to do after that. But
Well, I mean,
okay.
we put Gallagher up there. We
Okay.
put Gallagher at the few
Okay,
dates.
yeah. So I will now. I've like kind of slowly perused. So I will actually look at the list in its totality now, and I'll
Yeah.
take it as like characters I am most likely to date to least likely, since that's kind of how you worked with it. Okay, so I'll look at it like that.
It was like half that, but then half also like it wasn't necessarily like about dating. Those are also just kind of like what level we thought that you liked them at.
Yeah, but the problem is you've made it an inherently dating themed.
Yeah,
You
so
made
like,
it inherently dating themed. You can't have both. I hate to tell you this. You cannot have both.
It's like, think of it like 65-35. 65% dating, 5% how do you like them?
And I really hope everybody in the comments fully understands now why I usually have such an amount of control over these things that we do. I just hope everybody understands that. Because what?
We overcompensated a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay, let me
Don't worry,
look at it.
don't
I'm
worry.
taking it. I'm
We made
mostly
sure-
taking it in the dating sense, but okay, what's up? What's up?
We made sure to put all of the children and they exist.
Okay.
Don't you worry, we got that, and we did try to order them in the they
You know-
exist. We
you know-
almost put a minors category, but we decided that was too much.
I guess thanks for not making me a pedophile, I guess. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's so much to consider here. All right. We'll start at the top of the list. So,
Okay.
Ting Yoon, okay, good. Ting Yoon's good. Are these all ordered or no?
Yeah.
For the most
yeah.
part, we tried to.
Okay, so you've tried to order them as much as possible. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the marriage tier is Gwenhyfin, Acheron, Fei Xiao, Black Swan, Himiko, Welt, and Jing Yuan. Okay. Starting off with the marriage tier, I will give you most of this. I actually feel like you guys have gotten this relatively correct.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I don't like Jing Yuan as much as a character. I say that when he's at minimum top 15. I still like him a lot. I don't like him as much in a vacuum as some of the other males in the game. The thing is, though, is that I also do think he is far better marriage material than most of the other males in the game. So I
think
that's a good. I like that spot for him. He's fine there.
I think he got bumped up also because Alejandro Saab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair, and I do love Alejandro Saab. So, okay, I understand that one, and then the rest of the choices, all very good. I am surprised that nobody put Himiko at second. I am very surprised at that.
Yeah, I know you liked Himiko, but you talk about Acheron and Black Swan so much.
That is fair. Like, I don't make it as much of a known fact since who cares about what your second favorite character is if you have a favorite, but Himiko is still my second favorite.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, Gwenhyfin and Acheron both being up there, good job. Good job on that.
If you, gun to my head, to ask me two of your favorite characters, first two I would list, Ting Yoon, Gwenhyfin.
Yeah, that is completely fair. That is completely fair. Fei Xiao, I haven't thought about it yet, but I do love Fei Xiao a lot, so I think that's a perfectly fine placement. I'm totally fine with that.
Every single time you talked about her, you just said Hot Fox Woman. I did not know her name. I only knew her as Hot Fox Woman, so she was going in marriage whether you liked it or not.
Which is fair. Very fair. All right, so now move on to a few dates. All right, so we have Ron Mei, Yukong, Robin, Jade, Kafka, Jingliu, Firefly, Serval, Bronya, Gallagher, Zila, Sushong, and Topaz. I know that Topaz selection was shooting Shy in the head. I know.
You got put low on that because of the, IRS, IPC,
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, no, like,
We also got bumped a few
actual,
places.
I would say, if you go back in the recording, we did say she's lower because of the IRS.
But then also bumped because of Numby.
Yeah.
That is fair. I do love Numby. But also Jade's part of the IRS.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
but we also went a floppy hat for her.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
do
I
like
think
the
you really-
floppy hat. Okay, so looking at this one, okay, I was just talking about it today. I've been gaslit into liking Yukong a lot more than I did previously. I will say,
That was-
Yukong is still a lot higher than I thought she would be. And I
well-
know it's the Foxian bias. I know it's because I
Yeah.
like the Foxian so much that you guys are like, oh yeah, gotta be up there. I like Yukong a lot. I would put her more down. I would put her a bit further down in this tier, like a good bit.
Okay, that's fair.
Looking at the rest of these, I'm just gonna be completely transparent. I think Jade is very attractive. She is nowhere fucking near the top of this list.
Yeah, no, I said you didn't like her as a character.
Oh yeah,
So
no, she scares me. Topaz
no,
is significantly higher.
I didn't want to put her that high, but, you know.
Okay, that is
See,
fair. That is fair.
But I think Bubble led us astray a little bit because
You will.
she was saying
When
how
she was coming out, you loved her so much, and I just haven't
Because you have
updated
to
that
remember,
knowledge.
I loved her so much because of her voice actor as well. Because I
you also
absolutely
said big
love
floppy hat.
Faye I like her
You also said
design
big
and I
floppy
love
hat.
the voice actor. Jade as a character, yes, again, attractive, but also just, again, scary. I like a lot of the other characters' personalities a bit more since they've been more fleshed out. Jade's only been in one update so far.
that's fair.
She had like an hour of screen time in total, so it's
Oh.
not great for her. Okay, so Jade definitely a bit lower. Kafka, Jingliu, that's totally fine. I like both those characters a lot.
Mhm.
Firefly, good. Okay, there is one thing, and I'm surprised Shy didn't get away with this specifically. Serval should be in the higher tier. I love Serval.
See, she did start out at the top of a few dates, but then as we started getting more characters,
That is
She went down.
That is totally fair. I just remember, a long time ago, me and Shai did a video of just ranking every character based on how good of a partner they would be.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot we did that.
Yeah, ever since then, I've had the epiphany that Serval, in theory, is the absolute perfect partner, and ever since then, I've liked her a lot more. So Serval is actually in the higher tier. I love Serval a lot. Bronya's fine. Gallagher's good. I like Gallagher a lot. Zila and Su Shong, they're both fine. Like, I'm not gonna say they're in the next tier, but also they're in a bit of a weird spot. Like, I like them, but I don't like them anywhere near as much as the rest of these people.
Yeah, I think for those two, we were debating between few dates and swipe right.
Yeah, that's totally fair, because that's kind of how I feel about them, but I will say they're probably both in a few dates, so I'll give it to you. So that one's not awful. That one's not awful.
Okay.
Alright, swipe right. Natasha, Xingshui, Boot Hill, Stell, and Fushuan. This is perfectly fine except for Fushuan. Get Fushuan the fuck back down in the list.
Okay.
Fushuan is a fine character, but I think based on how you guys did this, swipe left. I don't like Fushuan that much.
Okay, we couldn't remember how you felt about her, so we were like, she's pretty. Put her in the bottom of swipe right.
Yeah, that's the thing. I actually don't find her attractive at all.
I remember there was one. I couldn't remember who it was though. So we thought bottom of swipe right was.
It's a safe bet. It's a safe bet. I would say swipe left probably. The other four, I don't actually like Xingshui that much, but her personality is just super fucking funny. So I'm fine with this. That's perfectly fine. Natasha's really sweet, so she's fine. I love Boot Hill. Boot Hill's fun. Honestly, I wouldn't have been mad if Boot Hill was a bit higher, but I think whenever I do my own list, this is probably where he would end up, right around this range.
Okay.
So I'm fine with that. And then Stell and Kalis, I am surprised they're not in the exact same spot, but also I get it. One is woman, one is man, so that's fair.
Oh, that exactly.
And I am straight, so fair.
No, see, that's what we did, and then we were also like, well, they're both like middle of the road. It's just that like one is gonna be like mostly reserved for the men.
Yeah,
so that's why they're like approximately like the same.
Okay, so that is completely fair. Like, they're right in the same area, so I'm not gonna grill you guys on that one. That's perfectly fine. I will say overall, though, I do actually like the Trailblazer a decent bit. Whenever I did my list, I think they were top 20. So probably a bit higher, but I'm not... Yeah, again. Based on character attractiveness as well, it's like, okay, this is definitely fair. Swipe left. Alright, so we got Kalis. Alright, we already talked about him. So, Silverwolf, Don Hung as in his totality, Jiao Cho, Moz, and Japard. Again, if we're talking about like if we're talking about like attractive dating sort of sense, it's like I think this is perfectly fine.
Remember, 65-35. Also
Yeah.
think about personality on like if it didn't have these names and it's like middle of the road kind of thing.
You can't. Again, this is why I involve. This is why I'm not. This is why I'm always involved, because you've made it impossible. And you've somehow requested it both ways. Like, you've made this so difficult.
65-35.
Oh my god. Alright. The only person I would probably, like, definitively move up is probably Japard. I do quite like Japard. Because he's just golden retriever energy. He's a walking green flag. Japard is a good character, so I'm, like, up a bit higher. But besides that, good area. Moz, he scares me, but also his design is so goddamn cool. And I like his little personal story, so I'm fine with this.
Okay.
All right, swipe left, ignoring.
Can
I understand perfectly. Good job. This is correct.
So there were a few that we put in here because you find them annoying, and Blade was put in here because he's scary.
Yep, great job, guys. Honestly, this is your best tier by far. Well done.
Let's go.
If any of these people text me, I am not picking up. All right, so good job on that one. Okay, so now we get... You know what, we're gonna knock out Blocked, because once again, great job, guys. Ratio, Yunli, Herda, Sampo, Sparkle, yeah, no, fuck them. Actually, I hate them all. Like,
is that also ordered how you would order them? Because we weren't sure about some of the order.
The problem is, like, Ratio really pisses me off. But he hasn't technically done anything that bad. Yunli's just a bitch. Yunli's just rude as hell. That one's hard. Again, because I don't know the order definitively, I'm gonna say you guys did a good job on that one. Sparkle and Sampo is always hard because I just hate them both so goddamn much.
Sampo haters unite.
Yeah, you know what? Either way, you're fine. Like, those two are bottom, so great job. Also,
Me and
Herda is
Sparkle-
definitely right there. Well done.
Yeah. We know which characters you love and we know which characters you hate.
Oh,
The
no.
middle was
No.
a train wreck.
No, you do not, because we're about to get into it. So, they exist. So, we have March, Hanya, Juei, Pela, Asta, Rappa. Rappa's in there because I can't form an opinion on her. I get it. That's fair. No issues with Rappa. And then you've ranked the children accordingly, so let me see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, Clara, Lynx, Bailu, Huahua, Misha, Yanxing, Arlen, Hook. I thought Arlen was an adult.
He is. He's
Oh,
down now.
Oh, is he just there for the actual ranking? Okay, fair.
Yeah.
No, valid. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've gotten this much right that Hook is my least favorite child in the game. I actually do like Yanqing a bit more now because he had good story moments, but I'm not gonna kill anybody for this placement because I really don't care that much. He's Yanqing. In terms of the children, you've done good with the first part of this ranking with Clara and Lynx. I love those two. Those are best children. I would put Huahua third.
Okay.
Outside of that, relatively good.
Okay.
But you got the first two children right, which is what matters, because those are the best children.
Yeah.
All right. So then we get to March and Asta.
Okay, can I also say that because it was the beginning of the list, we didn't have our how we were ordering these fully flushed out yet, so we were just we couldn't remember your opinion on them, so that's why they are and they exist.
Okay, so we're gonna just get this one out of the way.
Oh boy.
March is in my top 10.
Oh.
March would probably be in the marriage, and Asta would definitely be in a few dates.
Okay.
So that one is atrociously wrong.
Well, because I think
You don't
for me,
that's the thing, you don't like a March and you let that influence you.
no.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was gonna put it higher.
When I was helping to rank these, the way that my thought process was I hear you talk about a lot more characters more than I hear you talk about March 7th. So that's why in my mind when we were ranking these, the they exist was kind of the neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I tried not to let my bias go, but I just I hear you talk about Black Swan and Acheron a lot more than I hear you talk about March 7th. So I know that's why I had said they exist for March.
You see, that's fair, and I can understand the reasoning. The one thing is the fact that I talk about a lot of the other characters that are just, it's usually just because I'm talking to you about the attractive characters because I know that you personally are not interested in the story.
Yeah, I know nothing about the story.
Exactly. So I'm talking about the characters that I find more interesting in casual sort of sense.
Yeah.
Whereas March is very high on my personal list because I like the character as a whole, but also I like her presence in the story a lot.
Yeah.
Because her kind of energy really complements what the Trailblazer and Don Hung have. Because you have Don Hung, who's the eternal straight man in every interaction. And then you have your character, who can be a bit of everything. And then you have March, who's the good kind of complement to that. So I really like her presence in the story, which that combined with just liking her character and her design is what puts her so high. But you're not going to hear about that. And that does make sense. But yeah, no, March, I really like March. So that one is probably the most atrocious placement of the list.
But not as atrocious once you know the reasoning, right?
I get it. I'm not going to hold it that much against you. It is, however, just an insane dip into where I would have the character personally.
Yeah.
That's the one problem, is that it is an insane dip.
Yeah.
So then, lastly is Hanya and Juei. I have no very strong opinions on them. I would probably say swipe right for Hanya and swipe left for Juei.
Okay.
So not really a huge difference, but I thought I would share at least. They're not characters who pop up very often, so I have no reason to talk about them a lot. So I'm not gonna shoot anybody over that one.
Yeah.
Well, this was an experience.
So if you had to rank, if you had to like give us a grade, like a percentage grade,
I'm between either 7 or 8. Cause 10 out of 10 would obviously be like 1-2 mistakes that are like within one tier.
yeah,
9 out of 10 would be like a few mistakes, but nothing egregious.
yeah.
I'm split between
March
8
7th.
Yeah, I'm split
really
between
takes it
8 and
down.
7 because, again, the March and the Asta thing are horribly off from where I would have them personally.
Hey, 7.5 exists.
I could just do that. I wasn't gonna plan on giving a half, but I guess that works.
7.5. If you're like if you're truly torn between them, 7.5
No, that's fair.
does
Yeah,
exist, and also passing grade.
You get a passing grade regardless. You guys get a passing grade.
You know what they say?
regardless.
She's got degrees.
You guys get a passing grade regardless. I will probably give you a 7. I'll give you a 7.5 out of 10. Like, there aren't many egregious choices. The biggest ones are March and Asta being that low.
Mm-hmm.
Don Hung being kind of in the middle of the list when I like him a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably Fushuan and Jade being that high. And then, outside of those, pretty good. And you guys, again, you nailed the ignoring tier. You guys did perfect on that one.
Yes.
That is a perfect list right there. Because if Luoch is calling me, I'm fearing for my life. I don't know what that man wants with me, but I'm not being a part of it. So, honestly, 7.5. Good, solid job, guys. Like, that was pretty good. You had not much to work with, so.
Yeah. How did you? What did you think when you saw the? Can you guess what character the Are the Pants marriage territory about? Can you guess who that quote is about?
Are the Pants marriage territory? Okay, so it has to be somebody not in marriage then. I assume it's somebody not in marriage. Problem is, how many of these characters actually wear pants? That's the problem. Oh my god, I have no idea who it could be. There are so few characters in the higher tiers that wear pants.
Yeah, but who has the most atrocious pants in the game?
Zila.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's totally fair.
Bubba literally said, "Are the pants marriage territory?"
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not in marriage?
Not. Oh my god, that's so funny. Honestly, this could be a lot worse. Like, you guys, I think the biggest thing is that the top row wasn't perfect, but you got most of the characters that I would definitively include in this.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good on that front. That's pretty good.
No. We got the top row 100% correct.
Yeah.
You did get, again, I make it very, if you guys didn't get this right, I would have been angry. would have been heated.
I think you would have ended our friendship if we didn't get that right.
Yeah, I'm actually never talking to any of you again if you don't put Tingyun at the top of a tier list for me. That is it's like, this first area right here, pretty good overall. This is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it really is just kind of this middle section that gets a little bit wonky.
Except for ignoring. So we have
ignoring.
You
the
nailed,
top
you
two
nailed
ignoring and blocked.
Yeah, so you nailed at least 4 sections. 4 sections were really, really good. Again,
4 out of 8.
Again, you already got the 7.5. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Again, honestly, not bad, guys. That was pretty good. Oh, actually, I just remembered Ling Sha is not listed on this.
Neither is Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, to be fair, Sunday in the New Ting uniform wouldn't have counted anyway. They're not, they haven't even gotten close to being released yet. Ling Sha is a character who's out.
Oh.
She's currently in the game.
Oh. I don't know who that is.
I will show you a picture real quick. You 3 can come to a
Wait.
quick agreement where you think she is.
Wait, Lingsha's not in there, but Rapper is?
That's what I said the other day. I don't know why. All right, that's
Oh, I
Ling
think
Sha.
she would go. I think she would go in a few dates.
Yeah, at least.
Is that y'all's consensus? I'll take that as a yes.
Well, seems like a yes.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, no, I would definitely put her in a few dates. I like Ling Sha a lot. All right. Well, that was a fun video. I can't wait to have to go back and editing on that.
Can you like add like little text comments with your reactions when you're editing?
Honestly, I'm halfway thinking of I might do a stream where it's just gonna be me blind reacting to this recording. I might actually do that for fun. We'll see.
That would be so funny.
I think that'd be really fun, actually. I might do that. All right, well, thank you guys so much for this. I'm gonna end Shy's access now.
Also, this.
You do know I can still see. I'm still connected.
Yeah, I know. You just don't have any power. It's like
Okay.
watching a train wreck in real time.
Why am I still? Let me go.
Hey, if you're
No.
watching a train wreck in real time, that's gonna be you reacting to this recording.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. All right. Again, thank you guys very much for doing this. Good talk, everybody. I will now end the recording.